Hello everyone, this is the daily angel card reading for December 4th, 2018. Yeah, this month is already going by fast. I hope that you guys are having a fabulous month, tying off loose ends and seeing what little insights are hanging on for next year. It's going to be really interesting. I know that this has been a huge change for everyone. So if you're just chiming in, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. And if you hang out towards the end, you'll get your own personal projection. That is something that I really enjoyed doing on my channel. So if you haven't already, make sure that you share, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, and see how this channel is going to expand. So, yeah, if you are just chiming in, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. And I'm starting off the reading with a good tarot, and this is from ErinLyn.Reads, and a lot of major arcana came out. That was actually really interesting. There was only one minor arcana. So we have the Empress, the Five of Air, Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, this is going to be it's going to be a pretty big message. The Hanged Man, the Call. Hey babe, I hope you have a pleasant flight and safe travels, and let me know when you land. Guys, say hello to Matthew. And you're going to be seeing a lot of his display work going on his own channel soon. So fly safely and have fun. Bye. All right, so for the rest of the reading, hi guys. Yeah, we are using the Good Tarot from ErinLyn.Reads, and again, this is going to be a lot of message. First, we have the Empress, completely owning and stepping into your own power. You being that headstrong, blunt, moving forward woman, stepping into your power, your strength, yes. And this is going to ruffle feathers. That is actually a pretty unintended pun. Premature articulation, I think that's what is the coined phrase. So you are going to ruffle feathers, and it's going to get uncomfortable, and it is actually going to be what is falling away from you, because what does not reign true with you is going to be what you are letting go of right now. So I know that that's going to be a huge stress, and I don't know about anyone else, but yeah, I like the person who came up with it. Premature articulation. So that's a coined phrase already. Don't try and trademark it. I did that like 5 minutes ago. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so then we have Fortune's Wheel, the Hanged Man, the Call, the World. So what this is saying is, yes, you are ruffling feathers. People are falling away. These things don't resonate with you, and that's perfectly all right. You are stepping into that power, and the world is actually yours to own, yours to keep, and yours to build on. So this is going to be a really solid foundation for you. And this is something that has been manifesting for a while. This is your soul's calling. You are learning how to speak your authentic truth and live in authenticity, and that is actually going to be a brighter beacon than what you currently are. Illumination on all fronts is coming into play for you. The moon is what is standing out the most. So what is hidden about yourself? Now don't think of this as scary. It's not scary. What is hidden about yourself is going to come to light. And that means that your talents, your gifts, your worries, all that is going to be put out on display for you to build on, to move forward with, and to see where you want to take your strengths. Because whether or not you want to, this is going to be your path. And it is hard to step into your path because, well, there's no one else to blame but yourself, and there's no responsibility to give to others. This is solely yours. This is your baby. I hope that that made sense. This is not something that you can rush. This is not something that is going to be boom, 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 but there is synchronicity, divine timing happening and working in interplay. Just say yes when the moment comes about. You'll know it by the way that it feels. So with this, first off, know that you're ready, even though you're uncomfortable. This is not something you can rush through, so don't try, because it'll just be a hurry up and wait game for you if you do. So really, it's just going to come into play at the perfect time. So I hope that that made sense. This is your life calling, this is your life practice, part of your part of the mission work that you'll be doing here. So that can look like anything. Don't think that I am saying that you are going to be either this small scale idea of I guess, working with another person. And it's also not saying that you are going to be this huge and, you know, end all be all god or goddess, whatever have you. This is just simply how you help and how you infiltrate the world. And that is on any scale. It's your path. Pay attention to it. It is, well, it's coming. I hope that that made sense. Guys, if something resonates, let me know in the comments. Reach out in personal message. Find me on social platforms. It's all open and available to you. And also, if something does not resonate, please chime in and ask for clarification. Again, you can do that in the comments. You can do that in personal message, social media. It's all acceptable, all appreciated. I actually really love the artwork on here. I don't even know who did it. Hang tight. I want to find out. Usually says in the end of the books. About the author. That's not what I want to know. Everyone knows ErinLyn.Reads. She's amazing. All right. You wanna? I'm gonna have to post the artwork afterwards. Oh well. Okay. Where are we going now? So this is actually a wonderful kickoff. It's a little bit sweeter tune than it was yesterday. I don't know if you guys chimed in. I was talking about, yes, it's going to be difficult and everything's coming to a head, everything's bottlenecking, but we're in the wave of that little everything coming to a head part where it's actually manageable. You can see the face and that you look around and you still survive. So that is where you're at right now. It's a little bit calmer than it was the last few days. And really, all you gotta do is ride the wave. Okay, let's see where we are going now. I want angel therapy from Doreen Virtue. Is it true that a lot of her older decks, before she went to Born Again Christian, which I am not against at all, I'm not saying that, I heard that her older decks are actually worth more now because they're being discontinued. I don't know, that's just what I heard. If you know more, please chime in. I love her decks. I love the feeling that went into them, even though she's not making them anymore. All right, for these we have shield yourself. If you get nervous, focus on service. Okay, so protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you, and put your entire intentions on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? The law of attachment, the law of attraction. Please, if you're watching this, practice the law of, the law of non-attachment. So don't be attached, let stuff flow through you, find out where you are going. Don't hang on too tight, because you are meant to go further than you allow yourself, because the mind and where we allow ourselves to think is infinite. Where the mind actually goes and divine will, that is so much further. So I know how that sounds, but it's actually really true, and I've found it true in waking life throughout various lives. If need be, focus on where you can get those fear-based ideas neutralized. You can reach out to metaphysical healing art centers. If you are in the Vegas area, there is a place called Zen Rose Garden. There's a lot of places, but check out Zen Rose Garden if you haven't yet. It is an online metaphysical healing art center. It is well, they have this place in Las Vegas, and they opened up this healing center online. So it's a healing center in your pocket. It's like a spiritual a la carte. You'll find what you're looking for, and amazing teachers, evergreen classes. If you haven't checked it out already, check it out. And also, if you have that fear, don't let yourself be overwhelmed by the entire idea of what you will be doing. Allow yourself to focus on the one thing in front of you, moving forward, step, move forward, step, move forward. And then with that, focus on how you have, focus on how you have these strengths and tools and how it actually helps people. That is your main thing. How you help others without the, expecting the service in return, because then it becomes a business transaction. This is saying give your service as it helps, and also keep that boundary up for replenishing your energies. Don't spread yourself so thin. But again, if you get nervous, focus on the subject matter at hand. And if you need to, reach out for help. There's always help out there, especially with metaphysical healing arts centers. Healing centers like Zen Rose Garden are filled with incredible people. And also, there's all these online communities. Seek and you shall find. Let's see, where are we going now? I keep going to the Enchanted Map. Let's see what that's about. Colette Baron-Reed. Absolutely love the woman. So guys, if you are just chiming in, hang out to the end. You'll get your own personal projection for the next 24 hours. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, learn a new dance craze, travel the world, or at least like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Let's see where that's gonna go. Oh, the 8th, if you guys are in the area, there is a sale at the Zen Rose Garden platform, and if you stop physically in the store, it is 50% off gems and tarot cards, and I'll just check out their online store. Right, what do I want here? Yes, that one. All right, let's see what the Enchanted Map wants to tell us. All right, this one wants to come out. Ghostlands in reverse. I haven't seen that in a while. Again, if something comes out in reverse, it doesn't mean anything bad. It's something to pay attention to, and it's how the story marries as a whole. So, we shall see. Okay. These little sparks of change are, well, okay, let me say this, because only one card was upright in this. We have, in reverse, the Ghostlands, the Magical Stream. Upright we have Spark, and then we have the Gentle Gardener and Ride the Wave. A lot of people are hesitant about stepping into authenticity and stepping into their line of work, new careers, new beginnings, new chapters in life. Even though it's divinely inspired, divinely, well, guided, and knowing that you can't fall, knowing that you're not alone, a lot of people are still hesitant because it's not going to be accepted by those they've surrounded themselves with for a long time. It is going to ruffle feathers, like I said at the beginning of this reading. But these things have to come to a close because it does not resonate with the person that you have become. Every part of your life is leading you up to the next moment, and this is the direction that your life is going in. It is expansion. It is not a time of loneliness. It is time of letting go of lower either energies, vibrations, letting go of connections that no longer serve either party and that just hold you in place when you are meant to move forward. So I hope that that made sense. You gotta learn to ride and roll with the punches with this. It is not an easy time, but again, it is easier once you stop resisting the change. This is a time for, I want to see what this, I want to see what that means. I forget. Magical Stream in reverse. God, I haven't had to do this for a while. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, you can't force this to happen. This is, again, a hurry up and wait thing. If you try to force divine inspiration, that's like an artist who's trying to simply finish a painting rather than let it be what it wants to be, let it be what it is, and letting that come into the grand picture. You and your unfolding, you and moving forward with this and owning your skills, whether it is intuitive opening, emotional opening, or simply just learning a new craft, you can't force the end result on this, and that is the biggest thing for it. I know that you've made the dedication and that you've made the commitment, so this you want to see already finished and fulfilled. But the thing is, it didn't take you a day to get to this moment. It is going to take you a little bit more time to get to the end of what this chapter is for the prolonged future, and I hope that that made sense. Again, you can't rush or force greatness. You have something great inside you that is unfolding, that is being bestowed. Oh, fly safely. I hope that, well, let me know when you land, and, well, have fun. Bye, Matthew. Okay, you can't force greatness on this, and you can't force the end result. You have to take the time to own and master your craft, because that is going to feed into the next chapter. If you are not ready, then it's going to take a lot longer. It's going to make you a lot more tired and resistant. It is going to set up that precedent of resistance. You don't want to be in that. So get into the stream, get into the flow, take your time, you're worth the effort. One card for me right now. This is Animal Dreaming Oracle cards from Scott Alexander King. If you haven't seen him on social yet, go look for him on social media. Really awesome writer, and tarot creator or oracle creator. And I love the simplicity and the straightforwardness of his message. And also the artist who did this was pretty awesome. I mean, look at that. Okay, do I want this one? Cleansing. Look at, it's so simple, but look at the little bits of detail in it. The frog. The frog is a leap forward. And then we have grace. So look, we have the black swan and we have the leap forward. Grace and cleansing. Be gentle with yourself, and you want to leap into the future. You've got this big oomph behind you, and you've been waiting in the water. This is a lot of water and emotional energy. The whole reason for the leap forward is for emotional release, pent up energy throughout all the years, denying yourself your creativity, your skills and intuition, and actually connecting with people, being a service to people, and how it's this unique tune. You've held that back for an emotional standpoint, but now you have even more emotion that is forcing it forward. You have to stay centered. Go and get into the detox of the mind, because you are too clouded right now. There's so much that is happening, so much that is unfolding, but a lot of it is happening, again, behind the scenes. And I know that that sounds kind of vague, but I cannot stress enough to how true that is. When you see nothing going on and you are itching for that leap forward, there's so much happening behind the scenes. That's where all the wizardry is happening. And yes, that's a Wizard of Oz reference, because don't look at the man behind the curtain. All right, the black swan. Black swan is very graceful and unique in itself. And if you look. See that? The little white feathers? There's still so much purity in it. This is going to make a lot of sense probably around New Year's, but right now you are planting the seeds for that one. So I hope that that made sense. I want to look at archetype now. Herlihy. Don't get hooked on the name. There's names in here like prostitute, martyr, destroyer. It's really not anything to put so much gravity on a title. It's the meaning behind it. Whoop. The Alchemist, femme fatale. And I want this one as a third. And none others. We're good. All right, let's see. This came out yesterday. Wow. Okay, so we have God, Alchemist, and femme fatale. So the light attributes of this highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Open your heart to when your dependency is rejected. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. And then benevolence and compassion, recognizing the internal force within yourself and others. So this is really displaying your true and heavy emotions out for everyone to see. This is the beautiful butterfly coming out of the chrysalis, and it's stretching out its wings, has all these deep and beautiful colors. It is ready to take flight in its own mind. But you have got to be in the receiving mode of this. Replenish your energies, feel them deeply, find the end result of those. And this is going to be causing a lot of healing, which again infiltrates the entire surrounding area of yourself. You are transforming ordinary into extraordinary, if that makes sense. So know that your intentions are beautiful and pure, and that there is a halo around this for protection. Well, in the idea of protection, I'm not saying, okay, that everything has a halo around it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that your intentions in moving forward and being so heavy-hearted in this, in a beautiful sense, is very pure and very protected. So really, there's nothing to fear right now. The only fear is you and living in past conditioned ideas. Break it. So what do you need to be mindful of right now? Using what you know to control people. Again, I can't stress that enough. Yes, you're stepping into the teacher mode, but for every teacher-student mode, it is even in reverse, because the student refines the teacher as the teacher teaches the student. So you have to get into each other's head and find the balance, and that is what this is all about, stepping into this and finding your people. You guys get into each other's head. I mean, there's this click that happens, and then it's the beautiful merriment of communication, which, you know, I have not been able to talk for a few weeks now, so that's been fun. All right, misuse of power and knowledge to come through, misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. Don't get a big head about this. Inappropriate use of sensuality. Don't manipulate people. I'm going to say it plain form. Don't manipulate people with what you think you know, because again, you are in that new step in that teacher-student dynamic. You're not a master of everything at once. No. Don't misuse this power to belittle others. Try and get them to be under your wing. Allow them to teach you what they know, and teach them freely what you know. Again, it's that balance. So, stay genuine on the path. Don't see it as an opportunity to simply gain. I'm not saying that you're going to do that. I'm saying be mindful of it. So let's see where that's going. I'm going to do messages from your angels, then romance, then we're going to call the reading. I'll do personal projections. So oh, guys, if you haven't yet, Wednesday morning I'm giving the midweek projections with Zen Rose Garden. That's at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, these are evergreen classes and videos, and this is on the Badass Development Group, so that is going to be in the description as well. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. People show up. We have a morning of it, and well, I do it then and on Sunday too. Hi, Mom. I am finishing up this reading, and I'm going to do personal projections. All right. And I want 3 is a big number today. The Trinity, the Holy Trinity. Yeah, okay, so anyway, we have Isabella, Ariel, and Bridget. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. And then we have caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. Well, okay, yes, like this reading has been reaffirming, you do have spiritual gifts and talents that are emerging on any scale. You can be any one of the clairs, clairaudient, clairvisual, clairsentient, any single one of those. And also, there's this thing called Dream Talk. I've been doing it for a few years now, and I've heard other people doing it, and that's been a discussion on my personal page today. All these spiritual gifts are opening up, but don't take everything as a sign and synchronicity in that moment. Not everything that is happening is a sign or synchronistic event. Sometimes it's just a truck that is passing you by. You'll know the difference in what is what by the way that it feels. You have to take the time to start differentiating the two, because it is all new and cracking open now. It is magical, it is amazing, and it is divinely inspired, but again, there's message, and then there is everything else around it. It is the general static of life. So learn what is that, and then what is above that. again, it's that little click that happens inside of you, and you'll start to recognize it more and more. So I hope that that made sense. You guys, I think I said it, you guys got Isabella, Ariel, and Bridget. This is, again, Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels. So we're going to finish up with love, and then I'll do the personal projections. And we are going to talk about single and looking, reconciliation, and already established relationships. If you're single and not looking, this is kind of moot point, so I'm not going to talk to that. All right. Let's see, we have separation. So if you are single and looking, you've been in separation for a while and seeing, well, sitting in solitude and working on yourself and seeing what you actually want in a relationship, in a counterpart. I don't care what the dynamic of the partnership is, as long as it's all consenting adults. It really just doesn't matter, whatever makes you happy. When these relationships come into play, and as you work through this separation period for yourself, you have to, one, not waste any more time. That is the biggest disservice that you can do for another person. And also, you have to be able to have the hard conversations for anything to move forward. You don't have a perfect story. There's not a single person that does. Anyone who tries to give the idea that they are the perfect person, the ideal partner, they are ideal for certain people. It is not for everyone. So anyone who does that, look for the skeletons in the closet. But when you come to the table and you actually speak your imperfections, speak what you're working on and your truth moving forward, it actually opens up the pathway for more love to come in. Be sure that you are being true to yourself and to the counterpart in this, because the relationship coming in, there will be more than one person coming in. So you have to decide, all right, is this person genuinely for me, or am I painting a picture of how I envision this person to be, making them a character? And don't sacrifice yourself for a character, and don't make a character sacrifice themselves for you, or the supposed character. And if this is talking about reconciliation, then you have to talk about the deception that caused the separation in the first place, because there was a strong hand on either part, on either yours or theirs, that was not forthcoming with a lot of things. But on the flip side, love is an opportunity for someone to break your heart, but you're trusting them not to. This person obviously broke your heart, but you gave them the opportunity, trusting them that they would not do that. So stay optimistic that it wasn't done with pure malice, and that they do have a heart, and they do have love for you, and that they do want to talk, and that communication will be made in the upcoming future. And again, even white lies by omission is a lie. So be fearless in coming to the table and speaking. If this is talking about established relationships, then you guys need to put in put in the boundary. I was saying this yesterday, and this has been a constant for the last few days. Pay attention to it. If you're in an established relationship, then this is saying that, okay, we are two individuals in a partnership, not one person in a partnership. You guys have got to keep the boundaries in place and not blur as one entity. That is the quickest way to take a situation and a person for granted, and that causes separation. You don't want to do that, because there is a lot of love there. There is a lot of openness to this relationship, which should be honored. So I hope that that made sense. So if you are still hanging out now, I'm going to call the reading at 29 minutes, and we're going to see personal projections if that is of interest. And if it's not, that's perfectly fine. I will see you all tomorrow for the Wednesday projection. So I think we're going to call it at 29, and we'll see where it goes. So if you like a personal projection, put your name in. If you are new to the channel, it's first come, first serve. If you're not new to the channel, you already know that. So let's see, would anyone like a personal projection for the future moving forward? The next 24 hours, actually. If not, again, that's perfectly fine. I'll see you all tomorrow bright and early. So It's going to be quiet. I'll just see you then. So until then, stay safe, have fun. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.